Hey everybody, got neck pain while you're sleeping? Well, I'm going to show you ways to avoid it. So let's get started.
Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert.
So while I'll show you some of the ways to help relieve neck pain while you're sleeping, I'm going to use the Pine and Zebra Airtube neck pillow. And it's nice just because it has some of the things that I'm going to be pointing out. One of the big things if you have neck pain when you're sleeping is maybe the height of your pillows. So a lot of times people like those big fluffy pillows, but then what happens is your neck gets out of that natural alignment or a neutral position of your neck. So if I'm here, if I have a big pillow, then I might be cranked like this the whole time. But if I have a flat pillow or no pillow at all, then I'm going to be stretched over the other way. So you can see, even if I'm relaxing, which I'll show you in a second, this is going to be overstretching those muscles and then tightening these muscles depending on which way your neck is that whole time. So you really want to be in that what we call neutral position or that natural position. And then if you're on your back, you want to support that curve in your neck. You know, you don't want to be pushing into it. You just want it to be nice and supported. So again, it stays in that natural position. So you can see if you have a pillow like this, I'm here and I'm getting that nice neutral position. You should be able to almost see kind of a straight line. So if I had a big pillow or two pillows, which a lot of people like to sleep on sometimes, see I'm up in this position and then I can feel these neck muscles on the bottom getting overstretched. And again, then these are getting tightened because they're in that shortened position. And then the same thing if there's no pillow at all, then I'm down like this, so then these are getting overstretched, and then I'm not having any support in that neck curve there. So what's really nice to have in a pillow, especially if you're having neck pain, is having it being able to be adjusted. So you can put more of the inside stuff in or take some of it out. Now, this particular pillow, the Pine and Zebra Airtube pillow, is really cool because one, it gives you some extra of the basically soft pipe or tubes that they put in the pillow. So you can see here, these are really neat because they're these little air tubes. And what's great about that is one, it's firm. So if you like those big fluffy pillows, this might not be the one that you want, but you really do want that firm supportive pillow if that's comfortable for you, because a lot of times with the other stuff that's the inside stuff, it will flatten out throughout the night, and then so you might start off in a good position and then you'll end up kind of in a bad position. So this kind of keeps it a nice, the form stays, so it doesn't then flatten out throughout the night. So that's why I really like these, and I like that they give you some extras that you can put in if you need to or not. The other great thing with this, the soft pipes in there, is it allows that air to flow. So if you are like me and you tend to sleep hot, another great way to get a good sleeping position is making sure that you're not hot and overheated or sweating throughout the night, because then you're going to be tossing and turning and you're going to get in a really bad sleeping position. So again, you can see here, I really want to show when I'm lying on my side, the nice part about this having this little contour for your head, but having this support here is if you maybe have some shoulder issues, it holds you up so then all of your pressure isn't going down on the shoulders. That's really important as well. You don't want your shoulder to end up taking all the pressure because those neck muscles are connected to your shoulder. So if you're having some pain, it could be because you're getting too much pressure on your shoulder, which is in turn stretching out those muscles in your neck. Again, same thing if you're lying on your back. You still want to be in that nice neutral position. And you can see this piece right here just fits nicely in the curve of my neck. It's not pushing hard into it. It's not sagging down. It's giving that nice amount of support. And so since everyone is different, that's when it comes nice where you can adjust the height, because maybe you have a little bit more curve in your neck or a little less curve, and you can add or take out depending on what you want. But again, it's nice because it kind of puts you in that good neutral position. So you can see here, if you turn it over, it's got the outer zipper lining, and then it's got a smaller one here, and then it's just kind of twisted so you can easily, again, adjust that height if you want to with these. And at first I was a little worried with this because of the shape of them. You know, I was like, how can that be nice and comfortable? But it is very comfortable. And again, it's a firmer pillow. So it's probably not going to be for everyone, but that having that firmness in there, not too firm, it's got that nice supportiveness in there, but it doesn't lose its shape. And that's a big thing with the pillows and having that good neck support in there, because if it loses its shape, then you're just going to almost bottom out throughout the middle of the night, and then you're going to end up in that awkward position again. Another thing that I found that I really liked with this pillow is, if you're like me, I like to sleep on my side most of the time with my hand underneath like this. But a lot of times I found when I was using a little bit fluffier pillows, what I would end up doing is tucking in my chin like this, and then I would not be getting as good of an airway, and sometimes do a couple little snores or two. And so this having this here kind of helps support my head and makes me not want to see, it kind of almost stops me from tucking in my chin, but it's so comfortable here that I don't want to have to feel like I don't want to feel like I need to tuck in my chin. So it's a nice, good position here. So again, it's keeping everything in alignment. And also with me having those shoulder issues, I was a little bit worried about the smaller, thinner pillow, but it really does have good support in there. So again, side sleepers, this is how I really wanted that nice neutral position for the neck. I have some other videos if you want to go further down the chain of how to make that comfortable. And then on your back, same thing. You want it to be supported in that curve, but you don't want it to be, you know, pushing it into it where it's uncomfortable, or not enough there where then you're again going to kind of tuck in your chin throughout the night to kind of get that curve down. You want it to be nice and supported so you're not feeling like you're dropping that chin going back or forward. Now, I have my ponytail behind my head here, so it might be a little bit of an angle, but of course most people don't sleep with a ponytail, so then you'd be in that more flattened position. So there you have it. Those were ways to relieve neck pain while you're sleeping. If you're interested in purchasing the Pine and Zebra Airtube neck pillow, click on the link up there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.